Hi, I'm Karen Simmons, and I'm going to talk more about emotions, children, the recovery process, crying, and babies. A bit about all those things. So, yeah, it's these tricky emotions, tricky emotions. Yeah, with it, we all seem to get tripped up by, whether it's our own emotions or our child's emotions, our friends' emotions, our baby's emotions. And I think, again, the first thing to say is that they're natural, they're a natural process. We have evolved as human beings to have these emotions and they have a function. So, for instance, crying, one of the functions of crying, as we know, is to help the process of healing when you're grieving something, which could be something big. It could be the death of somebody or someone or something, a relationship or something. We go through these big feelings, and actually the feelings, if we can remember, the feelings happened around the hurt, but they also continue to happen after the hurt. And the way that we help to process these feelings is through things like crying, laughing, shaking, sweating, all those things. So crying heals hurts and grief and pain. Laughter is a fantastic healer. As we all know, we have those phrases, don't we? Laughter is the best medicine. It's true. It's true. Yes. Isn't that brilliant? Isn't that brilliant? That we can laugh our way to recovery. Isn't that the best thing? Yeah. So laughter. Shaking is also a recovery, part of the recovery process. The way we recover from, for instance, fear and embarrassment. Fear, when you've been frightened or you see somebody who's been frightened, they will literally be shaking. And that is the body's way of helping to process what's happened. And it seems to be that the body is using these things, shaking, crying, laughing, as ways of helping us to focus on what's happened. Because when something's happened that's out of the ordinary or painful or needs thinking about, it's like something's happened, we need to think about it. We need to work out what happened there. What happened there? What went on? Why did that go wrong? Why did my life go wrong at that point? We really want and need to work out these things. And in order to get this clear thinking, we have to deal with all the feelings, because you can't think straight when you're in the grip of feelings, can you? We all know. We know this from, we have some of these sayings in our culture, don't we? Like, she was out of her mind with terror. He was overcome by grief. We know that when you're overcome, when you're out of your mind, you can't really think clearly about stuff. And so this all starts, if you like, when we're born, doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, the other bit of great news is that we're all born knowing how to do this. Yeah. Isn't that just absolutely brilliant? We're all born knowing how to recover from hurts and therefore how to reclaim the information that was in that hurt. So it might be that something, you got scared in a situation, but you can actually recover the information. So actually, maybe it wasn't what you thought about that situation that scared you. It was something else. It's like, oh, okay, it was that, it wasn't that. But you need, in order to do that thinking, we need to allow ourselves and our bodies to recover. So yeah, as you know, we're all born as babies, and the most obvious one, isn't it, is crying with babies. Like, babies are born knowing how to cry. Isn't it wonderful? We don't have to teach them to cry. We can let them cry, and you can just let your baby cry. Obviously, check that they don't need food, water, shelter, comfort in other way. But a lot of times, you know, as we get again, babies will just cry a lot, and you don't know what's going on. And you, because your baby can't talk, you probably will never know what's going on. You certainly won't know at that time. Your baby can't say to you, "Oh God, you know, there was one day when I was in the womb and you were out and this happened and there was a big bang or something and I felt, or something happened and I felt, ugh." You know what? Because probably, almost certainly, babies have been feeling things whilst they're in the womb. Or think of all those things for a start, you know, and then you get born and wow, that's a bit of a process, isn't it? Imagine that. I mean, there must be some kind of scariness attached to that. I don't know. You know, some births will be more scary than others. Maybe some births will be completely fine, but there could well have been times during that being born, when baby was being born, when it was scary. Ooh, am I going to get out of here? What's going on? Ooh, you know, and obviously not thought in words, but nonetheless the experience happening. So I think this is why babies cry. One of the reasons why they cry a lot, this is their way of telling us the story of what happened. This happened to me, and the crying, and so that's all it is. So you don't need to worry about it. In fact, you know, it's something that you can help your baby with. You can just, okay, I don't know what this story is that you're telling me, but yeah, I can listen to you tell me. And so you're giving your baby some really loving attention there, which they can use to carry on crying. And when they've worked out, when they've cried enough, I mean, they will naturally at some point stop crying. So yeah, this is one of the ways that, you know, human beings are great, really. That you can actually just be a witness and just let your baby, your child, your toddler get on with it. They know what they're doing. So crying is an obvious one. It can be, and yeah, it could be quite tricky for you to listen to, because as a lot of us, probably most of us, have not been listened to in that way. So, you know, when you haven't had the experience of being listened to like that, it's quite tricky to give it back. So you might well need some practice and some reassurance yourself. And that can be difficult, I know, but keep going with it. So yes, so that's just to say something about crying there. There are the other ways of showing emotions and recovery from hurts is, like I said, laughter, shaking, sweating. There's something else I can't, and other things. And I will talk more about those in further videos. So please subscribe to my channel, and then you'll get these videos coming out. Please subscribe. Okay. See you another time. Bye.